Hello guys, welcome once again to my tutorial, and today we are picking up from where we left off last time, and that would be the Urhobo basic lesson for foreign speakers. But today we will be looking at a different topic, and today's topic is specially selected. And what is that topic? It is digraph. Digraph. I know many of you know what a digraph is, but for the sake of those who don't, let's just quickly define what a digraph is. A digraph is a combination of two letters that makes a particular sound or just one sound. That is what a digraph is. And today we are going to focus on the digraphs that we have in Urhobo language. We are also going to have some focus on some special digraph in Urhobo language. So we are going to start with the first special digraph that we have, and that will be the digraph ROH. ROH. So how is this digraph ROH supposed to be pronounced in Urhobo language? Many people are confused when it comes to this ROH digraph. Some of them will even argue about it, but that is not our main purpose. Our main purpose here is not to argue, but to educate, to make people know how this digraph is being pronounced. Now, in pronouncing this ROH digraph, we roll our tongue. When we want to pronounce ROH digraph in Urhobo language, we roll the tongue. I know you might not really get what I'm saying now, so let's quickly use examples so that you understand better. Now, we have examples here. The first example that we have in there is Romo. Please try to listen to how I'm pronouncing this ROH digraph, because the ROH, the digraph in all the words here we are going to use today are all highlighted. So this ROH, you can see that it's highlighted in each of these words. So the first example that we have there is Romo. Romo. You can hear me rolling my tongue. This is Romo. So one particular thing about this ROH digraph is that when it is not correctly stressed or pronounced, it might lose its meaning. So this Romo, if you wanted to say Romo, then you say Romo, as you can see in the parenthesis or the bracket. The meaning will be lost. The person you are speaking to will not really understand you, except if he uses his whole IQ to try to get what you are saying. Romo means to awaken or to wake someone. Romo is to awaken, while Romo is to marry. So what if you wanted to say Romo? Yeah, you wanted to say Ra Romo, and you say Ra Romo. The meaning is lost. Go and awaken someone or wake someone up and go and marry someone, they are not the same. So when you say Ra Romo, you are telling the person that the person should go and awaken someone. But when you say Ra Romo, you are not saying that the person should go and marry someone. So the meaning is lost. Please, the ROH digraph, when you want to pronounce it in the Urhobo language, you stress it, you roll your tongue. The other example we're having there is Ore. Ore. You can hear me stressing it. Ore. Ore. It is Ore. And Ore in Urhobo means smell. Ore. Smell. While in the parentheses, you can see we have Ore there. Ore and Ore is not the same. Ore means sun. The sun that shines in the sky, it is called Ore. While smell in Urhobo is Ore. You cannot say Minyore, Enyore, Ore Yenyo, Enyore, Enyore. So the other one is Rere. As you can see from the example, the ROH diagram, they are all highlighted. It is Rere, Rere. Then the other one is Rere. just to make the difference come up. Rere and rere, they are not the same. Rere means to keep watch, while rere means to rest something on another thing. So rere and rere, they are not the same. Please take note. The other example we are having here is raro. Raro. In the Yoruba language, araro nwewi, araro nwewi. Ekevovo, araro nwewi. Raro means to use. There's this native sound we use as a pen to beautify house. So when we want to use that sound, we say avipenwa raro nwewi. But you cannot raro nwewi. You don't leak house. Raro means to leak. The other one here we're having is a case study. It is a name. Many people, they don't know how to pronounce this name. Some people argue it. They when they want to argue, they will not say, they are quick to say that in our dialect of Yoruba, that's how we pronounce it. My brother, my sister, there's nothing like in my dialect. All ROH in Yoruba must be stressed when pronouncing them. So this name is Maru. Maru. The complete name, it is called Ogene Maru. The complete name is Ogene Maru, while the abbreviation or short form of it is Maru. Some time ago, I heard some people saying Maru, Maru. I was confused. I said, what is Maru? Okay, I was just concluded that maybe that must be an Isoko name or maybe a foreign name that I don't know of. Only to get to know that they were actually saying Maru. So I was like, the name is not Maru, it is Maru. So please, the name is not Maru. There's no word or there's no name in Yoruba that is Maru. It is Maru. Ogene Maru. Please try to stress or roll your tongue. If you cannot roll your tongue, because there are many people who can't roll their tongue, please do not blame it on the language. Blame it on yourself. You are the cause. It is not the language. Do not say in our dialect that's how we pronounce it. No. There's nothing like in our dialect. It is you have the defect. You cannot pronounce ROH dialect in ROH digraph in Yoruba. So do not say in our dialect that's how we pronounce it. No, you can't pronounce ROH. You cannot roll your tongue. It is your fault, not the language fault. So please, let's continue. We have ruru there. Ruru. You can hear me rolling my tongue. Ruru. We have in the parenthesis ruru. Ruru and ruru, they are not the same. The other one is orien, 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 and orien. They are not the same. Then the other one is nere, nere. Then arro, arro. If you listen to me, you can hear how I'm rolling my tongue while pronouncing each of these words. The ROH diagrams are being stressed. Then the other one that we're having is igere, which is also a case study. Please, let's try to understand how these ROH diagrams are being pronounced, because many people will even argue it. Do not argue with them, please. Igere. Many people pronounce it as igere. No, it is not igere. Igere in Yoruba is the plural form of crocodile. A crocodile is called igere, while the plural form of it is igere. So when you want to say igere and that's igere, the person will be confused. The person you are communicating with will be confused. The other one is urie, urie. Then in the parenthesis you can see urie there. Urie and urie, they are not the same. Urie means a line, while urie means a palm tree. Urie, urie, they are not the same, please. The other one is era. Era is 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 in Yoruba is called era. So what if you wanted to say era and now say era? Is that correct too? No, that is not correct. It is never correct. Era is 3. While era means wound. The plural form of wound in Yoruba is called era. Singular form is ora. So era means 3, era means saw or wound. Please do not confuse it. When you want to pronounce ROH diagraph, you stress or you roll your tongue. The other one is ero. Ero. Ero in Robo means gills. The gills of a fish is called ero. The gills of a fish. Some part of Robo call it ero. So when you want to say ero and you said arrow, the whole thing is mistaken. Arrow means eyes. Eyes, the eyes that we use to see. While arrow means gills of a fish. The other example we have there is rana. Rana. So part of Robo they use this word to mean for someone to grow up. Rana. While rana, as in the parenthesis, means to crawl or to creep. To crawl mainly. So rana and rana, they are not the same. Then the last one there in this ROH diagram, which is certainly not the least, is uveri. 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 Then in the parenthesis we see uveri, near uveri. Uveri and uveri, they are not the same. Uveri means laziness, while uveri means to more. So please, let's try to understand how this ROH diagram is pronounced. We have another one there. This one too is also a case study, which is the VW diagram. VW diagram. How is this VW diagram pronounced in Robo? This VW diagram, when you are pronouncing it, remember that it is not a voiced sound. It is an unvoiced. That is to say, when you pronounce this VW, the sound does not come from inside your body or from within you or from your throat. It comes directly from your mouth, not from the throat. So it is V. You pronounce it with your two lips close together. Now let's use an example to see how this words, the VW diagram is pronounced, to make us understand it better. We have the first one there is kewe. Kewe, not kewe. I don't know whether you get it. Kewe, we, not we. We. It is an unvoiced sound. Kewe, not kewe. Kewe, not it is not kewe. It is kewe, we, not we. It is pronounced from the mouth using the two lips of the mouth. So it is an unvoiced sound. Also remember that. The other one is wede. As in the first case, this one too is also an unvoiced sound, and it is pronounced using the two lips. It is wede, not wede. It is not wede. It is wede. Wede. Like you want to blow air out from your mouth through the lips. Wede. So the other one is wawe. You can see that the VW diagram are highlighted. Wawe, not wawe. It is not wawe. Wawe. The vurubu. Oho yata ne wawe. Ka tata ne oho na rimo. No na rimo. So if you don't want to rimo, you say wawe. When you say wawe, wa rimo. So wawe. Oje wawe. Now let's move ahead. The other one is KP. This one is simple. It will not be difficult for us. It's KP. So what are the examples? Let's just quickly run through the examples. We have Pokpo there. Pokpo. The first one is Pokpo. So KP is B. The two lips are close together, then they are opened abruptly. B. To pronounce this KP diagram. This KP diagram we also have it in English language, so I believe many of you might be used to it. So it will not be difficult. It will not be a big deal for you. I trust that. The other one is punye. You can hear the P in each of these words. Punye. The other one, which is the last one for the KP, is there is opoga. Ukpoga, ukpoga. Please, there's something I want to point out. All the words that I use here are all Urhobo words. They are all Urhobo words, so do not get it confused. And I might not really walk you through all their meanings, but along the way, as I used to do, I might just, give you some of their meanings. Now let's move ahead. The other one is GHW. This word is actually not a digraph, it is a trigraph. But since we are not having many trigraphs in Urhobo language, I just decided to just shift this one in and let it fit into the group of the digraph. I hope you understand. Now, how is this pronounced? We have the first example there, Ugu. Ugu. This is a voiced trigraph. It is a voiced sound. So GW comes directly from your throat, or from within you, or from inside you. Like you are barking. It's funny, right? Like you are barking. That's how it is pronounced. Ugu. Owoku. Second one is owoku. You can see here the wu there. Owoku. I trust this will not be difficult for you to. Please just follow up. Just listen to how I'm pronouncing them. It is easy. The other one is MRO. Please, it is not Mr. I know many of you will confuse it to be Mr. but it's not Mr. It is MRO. And how is it pronounced? This is also an unvoiced sound. It comes from directly the mouth, so it is pronounced using the lips as well. The two lips are closed when pronouncing it, so it is mremre. The first example, the mremre. The other one is mrore, so it is you close the lips before you pronounce it. Mremre. The first example is mremre. Second one is mrore. The other one that follows is GH. So how is GH pronounced? Let's look at the examples. The first one is urere. So it is not ugege, not genge, not G. It's GH, not ugege. It is urere. Like you want to throw up. Urhobo. Say where golok pa kita mna kita kere sa dem rugo ne ko na golok pa. Ko na lebu von ko golok pa. That's how it is pronounced. I know it's funny. Yes, it is funny, but you just have to follow up. That's the purpose of this lesson. That is how it is pronounced. Urere, not ugege. There's not like ugege. It is urere. The other one there is orene. You can hear the sound. Yes, that's how it is pronounced. Orene. Orene. It is not orgene. There's no word in Urhobo like orgene. It is orene. Orene. Let's continue. The other one is HW. Let's quickly run through it. What I will have here, we have Ekwe. So this one is different from the other ones that we'll be mentioning. This one is we, Ekwe, we. You can hear it there. That's how it is pronounced. So we have Ekwe. The other one is Poro. Ekwe, Poro. Then there is one word too that I quickly want to ship in that sounds like this HW, or it is pronounced using this HW diagram, though it does not really possess this HW diagram, but it is pronounced using this HW diagram. And what is that word? It is Ahware. As you can see in the parentheses, it is Ahware, though it has no HW diagram in it, but you pronounce it using the method of HW. It is Ahware, as you can see in the parentheses. So let's continue. The other one is PH. How is PH pronounced? How is this PH diagram pronounced in the Urhobo language? Remember, many people, when they want to pronounce this PH diagram, they pronounce it using the method of English, forgetting that no two languages are exactly the same. So you don't pronounce English words the way you pronounce Urhobo words, because Urhobo is a different language than English. So many people, when they want to pronounce this PH diagram, they pronounce it as F, just as it is in English. For example, in English, when we want to pronounce physics, we know physics has PH. It is PH diagram that starts physics, but the pronunciation is actually F, physics. So they want to apply that method too, or that rule too in Urhobo. No, but it's not like that. It is never like that. So Urhobo has a different method or a different rule for their pronunciations. So how is this PH diagram pronounced? It is pronounced as no, it's not pronounced as it is fi, not fi. Let's use the example so that you understand. The first one there is fiobo fiyo, fiobo fiyudu, fiobo. It's like you are blowing air out of your mouth, a huge amount of air out of your mouth. This fiobo fiyudu, fiyudu. It is pronounced using the lips, but in this case you have to create enough air or enough space for air to pass through your lips. Fiobo fiyudu. The other one is fiobo fiyoto, fiyo. It is not wiyo. It is different from this VW diagram that we learned earlier. Fiyo and wiyo, they are not the same. It is not wiyo, it is fiyo, and it's not also fiyo. Please try to understand the difference. It is fiyo, not fiyo. It is not fiyo, and it is not also wiyo, not wiyo. It is fiyo. So let's move ahead and see the other examples that we have. We have CH diagram. The next example is CH diagram. How is this CH diagram pronounced? Many people, they pronounce it as sh, like in English words too. For example, I have Chelsea. Chelsea start with CH, so it is pronounced as she. But in the Urhobo language, it is different. It is not she, it is ki. Not she. It is ki. Let's use the examples for us to understand it better. The first example there is a name. It is Ochuko, not Oshuko. It is not Oshuko. It is Ochuko, not Oshuko. The other one is Chochon, not Shoshon. It is Chochon, not Shoshon. Chochon. Then the other one is B-arrow. B-arrow diagram is not very difficult. It's just as it is in English language, so we just run through it. We have ubro and brero. Ubro, bro. Ubro and brero. The other one is GB. It will not also be difficult. Let's just run through the examples. We have okugbe, just as it is pronounced in English, in some words in English. So it is okugbe, berien, okugbe. The other one is B-arrow. Let's see the examples we have. We have vre. So it is not difficult, as you can hear from the pronunciation. The other one we have is F-arrow, which is not also difficult. Let's just run through the examples. We have fre. So it's not difficult. Then we have DJ here. It is not this jockey, but it is DJ. So how is this pronounced in Urhobo language? Let's see the examples. We have Jujen. So it is pronounced as G. Jujen. That's how it is pronounced, Jujen. The other one is Ojaja. So the other example I have there is SH. So how is this pronounced? Let's see the example. We have Oshinye. So it is you can say that this one is different from this CH. SH and CH, they are not pronounced the same way in Urhobo language. In English language, there are some words we pronounce them the same, but in English, in Urhobo, no, they are never pronounced the same. So CH and SH, they are pronounced differently. Please, I really don't want to bother you for the time that I've taken for this video, but it's worth it. please be patient and don't forget to like, comment too, because your comments are important. They help us review what we posted and help us make improvement on our future posts. Please do not forget to comment as soon as you watch this video, and also like and share. So we have another example here too, and it is NY. So how is NY pronounced? This one is difficult for some speakers too. It is this one, we pronounce this one with the ridge of our tongue pressing the top of our mouth, with our teeth closed while the lips are open. Let's use an example. We have nyerung, and the other example is enya. So another example that we have there is H arrow. So how is this pronounced? Let's look at the example. We have krakra. It sounds funny, but it actually means something in the Yoruba language. Krakra means to scatter something all over the place. To krakra, just to scatter something. When you want to throw something, just throw them around carelessly. That's what it means by krakra.